That is a nice specimen of a vehicle. Just want to dive in a little bit closer. This is the 2019 Volvo S60. You already know who I am. Welcome back. I'm Alton, of course. 2019 S60. This is going to be a T5 model, front wheel drive. And what I'm going to do is an extended drive. So we're going to do a brief short term on some of the side roads here. Then we're going to take it to the highway. Now, you can see the vehicle. I'm going to give you a brief glimpse of it, as I always love to do, as far as a walk around. So you can see the complete vehicle. Very nicely done, and if you've never seen it before, this is the denim blue. Volvo did a very nice job on it, and if you've seen any of my previous videos, you'll know that I always refer to this as a smaller S90. Of course, the dash is going to be a little bit more compact. The interior is a little bit more compact, not quite as wide, not quite as tall, not quite as long, but a very nice vehicle. Volvo's done an exceptional job on the vehicle. That's a quick look at the exterior. I always love to show you the car we're going to be driving. So I'm going to go into the back door here and give you a brief look. So the one that we're going to be driving, this is a leather vehicle. And of course, you didn't exactly come to hear me talk about the exterior. We're going to get into the drive. I think this is a vehicle that a lot of people are sleeping on. Now, throw out the performance, throw out the Polestar, throw out the AMG, throw out the M, throw out all of that, throw out the S, throw out all of that. And you've got a core vehicle here that can definitely move, whether you're in comfort mode or you're in dynamic. So before we take off, we're going to dive in a little bit closer. What I mean by dive is show you a brief look at the car we're going to be driving. Now I'm going to flip upward. This one does have the panel roof. And if we come around, you can see the doors, they're upholstery. Absolutely love the wood grain. Of course, if I wasn't drinking in water right now, you can see the paneling. Volvo, I think, has done an exceptional job on the work that they've done on this vehicle. Even when you go down to the air conditioner vents, you just take it in twists to turn on, open and close the vents. Just as before, make it a little bit more exciting, I'm going to go ahead and put the navigation behind the wheel. And I was moving rather fast, so if you have a Volvo and you want to know what it feels like to do that, definitely tune back in, and you can definitely do so and learn how to do that. Gonna put this on navigation so you can get a sense of where I am. Gonna be taking this one out of Gastonia, North Carolina. It's actually a smaller area right outside of Charlotte. We're going to fan down.
Lowering fan.
I'm going to go ahead and turn that down a bit. I've got it on 70, but it's quite toasty in here. Let's turn it completely off so you can hear the vehicle. So what I'm going to do, shift into drive here. Going to shift that straight back, and you can see the drive mode. Going to take it, press down. Now I can roll up or down. That's another video. Tune back in. You'll know exactly how to operate your vehicle. I'm going to take it and put it in comfort mode. I didn't have to do that. That's the automatic default, but I did want to show you what that looks like if you're shifting back and forth. Now later, I'm going to do the same thing and put it in dynamic. Dynamic, more aggressive, gears the vehicle a little bit differently, so you're actually going to hang out into those gears a little bit longer to give you more aggression when you're driving the vehicle. So we're going to take off. But keep in mind, we're in comfort. So the performance, what you're seeing here, is not even the dynamic, which is the more aggressive driving, or high performance, they like to call it. Very quiet vehicle, very cozy on the inside, especially if you're doing long distance drives. Quite toasty on the inside here. Turn fan on.
Raising fan.
Set temperature to 65 degrees.
Temperature set to 65 degrees.
All right, so we've got a stoplight. and I'm in comfort. Now, I'm not one of these drivers that absolutely guns it. I hate doing that. I think that does more harm to your car than good. You definitely want to let the vehicle get nestled in a bit. This one actually has 649 miles on it, so I guess some could say that it may be broken in, although some say that it's good to get it up around 2,000 to 3,000 miles. So what I'm going to do is somewhat of an acceleration as much as I can. Going to do a little tight maneuvering. Now, as you can see, I like to refer to it. You get a little hesitation when you press the accelerator, depending on how you're pressing it, but I like to refer to it as being cat quick, as you saw right there. I can maneuver, get in and out of traffic, in between vehicles very easily. Now, I'm going to take it and put it in dynamic. So now I've just shifted it to dynamic. You can see on the center screen there. And coming up out of the curve, I'm going to do this slightly more aggressive. You can see my speed, 35 miles per hour. Hugged the curve very well. It kept me upright. I didn't feel as if I was swaying or I was swaying too much inward into the curve. So let's go ahead and get a little air up underneath us. And as you can see, we're already up to 82. So that was fairly easy, effortless. So we're going to fall back a bit. And we're going to go ahead and let traffic take off just a bit here. All right, so we're high performance. You can see the miles. You can see your 0 to 60. Now, you just saw me gun that. I didn't gun it, of course. But heavy acceleration, you can see the 0 to 60 of the vehicle. And of course, if you have your own, you can completely gun it and do it a lot faster. But just wanted to show you a little bit of the performance. Now, keep in mind, high performance mode, it's going to allow you to hear a little bit more feedback from the engine. So with that feedback, they tend to think that it gives it more of an aggressive appeal. I absolutely love it. Of course, if you don't like it, you can always go back to comfort mode. Okay. And of course, today I'll be doing a little work on Highway 85. Traffic always, you never know what you're going to get from day to day. Sometimes it can be aggressive, sometimes it can be mild. I've got my blind spot assist on the outside, so I can get over to show you what it feels like. Now, just a glimpse. That's what I'm looking at while I'm in the cockpit. Then I can go back over. Notice my center screen. My hands are full, so I'm just going to do navigation.
Navigation. What do you want to do?
Cancel.
Cancel.
So we're going to hit the reset button. There we go. So we're back in action. And let's go ahead and merge. To the left. One of the reasons why I love vehicles that can get out of their own way, because I hate when people ride the center lane and you've got the slow lane free. It's not like they're going anywhere, they're catching up on anyone anytime soon. So I absolutely hate this, which is the reason why I drive a little bit more aggressive. Now we're in high performance, dynamic. As you saw earlier, we're doing right at 70 to 78 miles per hour. And the annoyance of the road. This gives you an opportunity to see how the interior quietness of the vehicle. I turned down the radio just for that reason, so you can hear the vehicle purr a little bit more. And we're going to go ahead and accelerate. And as you can see, one vehicle slows traffic down, which is how we come to a standstill. All right, so we've got traffic out of the way here. Dynamic, 78, up to 84. Going to take it down a bit. This is a pretty busy place. You can see some unwanted action sometimes. Now, of course, we're going to maneuver here, see what it feels like. And as you saw, that's at 75. That's at 80 miles per hour. To accelerate such as that, I think this is an avenue Volvo has never touched before. The closest they've come to it. Now, throughout the poster, throughout all the performance items and the performance packaging and the increased torque, throughout all those things that you can add to it to make it more performance, this is the regular Volvo S60. I think is awesome because it's an avenue they've never been before, with the acceleration, with the torque, with the power that they've placed on the vehicle. And I'd even say with the power-weight ratio that they have on this vehicle. It's very well, I feel very well planted, not only in the seat here, but also on the road. Of course, taking sharp curves, doing things of that nature. I don't feel much sway, right or left. I feel more like the vehicle's keeping me straight up, keeping me in action, keeping me in control. Now there again, I'm gonna switch back and you can see where I'm switching, so I'm not going to lie to you and have it in high performance and tell you how great the vehicle performs. So we're back to comfort. I'm going to do a little accelerating now. Now very easily back up to 93, just that quick. We're going to let it fall here just a bit. There again, sometimes you can pick up unwanted action here on the highway. I want to do a couple maneuvers here to give you a sense of how it maneuvers. It's really a vehicle that, even with mild driving, if you're slightly aggressive, it could really pull you to the back of your seat. Now, I always point that out because you don't get that often. Switching lanes a bit to show you how it feels. Now I'm going to do a little bit more immediate lane shift just to show you how the vehicle feels. And I'm going to take one exit and then get back on. Of course, for the performance heads, I'm going to put it in high performance. Take this exit and then get back on the highway using the next exit. That's going to allow me to heavy acceleration from a stop standpoint. Nice, and you get a shot of sense of where I am. Belmont, North Carolina. I'm actually making my way over to the Charlotte area. Braking, cornering. U-turn action. Now, of course, notice where I am here. Notice what I'm working with. As you can see, it's effortless. There's no worry whatsoever on passing anyone that may be in front of you, or getting stuck, or road rage, getting away from it. Absolutely love it. And if I'm not mistaken, this is a vehicle that starts just over the mid-30s. Within saying that, if you get more of a base vehicle, you're not looking at a vehicle that's going to be overly expensive. And think about it as well. Some of the more affordable vehicles that you've always put your trust in, Volvo's known very well for their upkeep and their life, the life of the vehicle, durability. So when you're looking at some of those vehicles, which can be upwards of 30 now, so you can run up to 40,000. This is a vehicle that's right there in your pathway if you're looking for a vehicle slightly under 40 or right at 40,000. So you have it. You can step up to a bit more luxury and still keep that price tag you want. I figure this is really a challenge when you get off of 85, making your way up to Independence Boulevard. So I definitely wanted to get this. On the highway, you're not going to get much action because everybody's going in the same direction and everybody tends to be going somewhat the same speed, except for those slow travelers who are texting in the speed lane. But just a little extra footage for you. Talked about the cornering and the curving earlier. We've got one coming up here. Now keep in mind I'm doing 68. Of course you can see the curve in front of us. Still doing 60, 65. Sure-footed. And of course, as you can see, we've got some maneuvering to do with traffic in front of us. So we got up to 85, which allowed us to do that. Just gonna keep it right on moving. Hopefully you've enjoyed the view of the 2019 Volvo S60. This is a T5 model front-wheel drive, so if you're on the path to your next vehicle, this may be the one for you. Of course, I don't want to scare anyone here. Got in a Chevy Camaro. Driving like it may be his first Camaro. Got a little van activity. Of course, van, the perfect family vehicle. And of course, she's driving like it. Got a Tesla all of a sudden that wants to play the drive game here. Very exciting. And this definitely will conclude the action, folks. Tune in, click subscribe, come back, check out your next vehicle. Just a little extra footage